Hello and welcome everyone to today's Gold and Silver Club presenting the Commodities Corner, presented by myself, Phil Carr and Nick Housey at the Gold and Silver Club. During today's live session, we will be covering a review of the commodities markets this week. We'll be looking at our top trades of the week. We will, of course, be covering live technical analysis and trading. We shall be identifying highly profitable trade setups. We'll also look at the week ahead, so the key events looking forward, as well as answering any questions you may have. In terms of fundamentals, well, gold rises from 4-week lows on Chinese data and geopolitical events. Gold price rose from a 4-week low on Friday, supported by better than expected economic data in Asia, and tensions in the Ukraine and Middle East are providing a safe haven buy at the moment. So for those of you who do follow the US dollar index, you will see the US dollar index has been breaking out this week. We've got a large breakout just yesterday. We're above the 81 level at the moment. However, gold, we did get a dip down yesterday. We're getting quite well supported just this morning. We can see we're just getting above the 1295 level. And again, that is more to do with the safe haven buys, the tensions in the Ukraine and the Middle East at the moment, and strong economic data from Asia. So gold prices ended the US trading session at a 4-week low as a firmer US dollar put downside pressure on the precious metals. Gold price slipped on the initial jobless report, which showed the number of individuals filing for initial jobless benefits in the week ending July 18th declined by 19,000 to 284,000, the lowest level since February 2006. So this is an important early indicator ahead of next Friday's non-farm payroll report, potentially signaling another month of healthy job gains. So over in Asia, the highly anticipated HSBC China Purchasing Managers Index, the PMI, rose to 52 in July compared to a final reading of 50.7 in June. A PMI reading above 50 suggests expansion. So this key economic data suggests the world's second biggest economy is picking up momentum after a slow start to the year, and this helped lift the precious metal prices from 4-week lows. Elsewhere in the commodities markets, oil prices rose for 4th straight week as the US Energy Information Administration, the EIA, report on Wednesday showed commercial stockpiles of crude oil shrank by 3.97 million barrels to 371 million barrels last week, and the reduction marked the 4th consecutive weekly decline in reserves and the lowest total level since March 2014. So this presented commodity traders with lucrative buying opportunities as highlighted on the top trades of the week. So before we go into the technicals, and we'll take a look at some trade setups today. I'm Phil Carr, professional trader, trainer and speaker. I'm the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialize in teaching people how to make money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world. So gold, silver, oil, natural gas, agricultural commodities. I train thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio, and also responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications, speak at numerous trading seminars, webinars and workshops. Joining me in running the Gold and Silver Club is Nick Housey, professional trader, investment analyst and speaker. Nick began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading, and prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, spent several years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top-tier hedge funds and investment banks, and through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders, discovered the formula, mindset and tools that can give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy. Also regularly writes for a number of global business and financial publications, and we've appeared frequently on financial television. And that's just a bit of background on the Gold and Silver Club. So let's just take a look at gold right now. So gold trading at $1,295 an ounce. So we hit a low around the 1287 level yesterday. We'll take a look at that very shortly on the technicals. Before we do so, we'll just go through the top trades of the week using the Gold and Silver Club signature trading strategies. So first of all, we had natural gas earlier on in the week. Really nice sell short opportunity for the price to be lower, entering at 3.932. All we've done on natural gas really the last 3 weeks or so, you've seen the market consolidate, break support, consolidate, break support. In fact, we've got another sell short opportunity we will take a look at very shortly at the moment. If you look at WTI crude oil, we had a nice bounce earlier on this week. Actually, WTI and Brent both hovering around a key support zone at the moment. So we're waiting to see whether we will get a nice lift on that or whether we'll break support. We had a nice entry early on this week for a buy above 102.19, which triggered nicely for a profitable trade. Yesterday, we also had a very quick sell trade, so I should say full trade there for a sell just below 13.03. So we came down as low as 12.87. We'll look at that for a buy opportunity very shortly on gold as well on the charts. Okay, so we are going to be using the rise and fall type of trades on Binary.com. So very simply, if you select rises, you win the payout. If the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price, and if you select falls, you will win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. So it's going to be a very straightforward way for us to trade the financial markets. This is a great way for you to get a very good return on time invested with your trading. Okay, so I'm going to bring you across to my other technical screens and we'll take a look at the markets. Okay, so bear with me as I switch screens here for you. We've retested this resistance at 3.888, and now if you just take this down into a tighter time frame, we found resistance at key moving averages again, and we've just broken through yesterday's, you can see the lows after the natural gas storage inventories, and it's just giving us a sell short signal now, and we'd be expecting a move down to the mother candle low. You can see it's on the move at the moment, so I can't hang about too long need to take this trade. So very simply, I'm going to go to start trading. I'm going to go across to we'll be looking to take sectors. This is the energy sector, and we are going to go across to natural gas index. 12:37 now, so we can go for, this is GMT. I want this to be over the course of this afternoon. So just 4-hour trade will do. I don't think we can go out more than 4 hours. I can have a look, but I think that's it, the max. Let's have a look. Yeah, 4 hours, that's perfect. Okay, I'm going to go for a $3,000 payout on this, which gives me 91%. That's good. So my deposit on this trade, $1,569 for a $3,000 payout for natural gas index. Okay, get best price. If you want to check the chart as well, you can just go to the chart below here and look at the interactive charts. Okay, so I'll go back to my charts here. Yeah, breaking down in price, very happy to take this trade. So again, get best price, looking for a sell short, okay? Okay, perfect. So that has been done. So let's just go back to the technicals here. So if we take a look at the US dollar index, we did break out. Again, got a nice V-shaped reversal pattern on the US dollar index as well. That's breaking out today. Broken out this week. I expect further upside here. This is going to limit gold's rise a little bit. However, normally when you see the US dollar index breaking out like this, it would put a lot more pressure on gold. Gold did sell off yesterday. We came down to the 1287 level. That was actually a very key support zone. We got, in terms of the indicators that we use at the Gold and Silver Club, we had a number of indicators all confluencing there for a buy signal as long as that support area held. And it did hold, and we're getting a nice little lift today. I'll look at gold shortly. But on the US dollar index, we appear to be breaking out here. We're above the 81 level, so we may get next real key resistances around the 81.50 psychological support for a 50 cents move here on the US dollar index. We've got also a little bit of consolidation around the 81.30 level, 33 and 34, where the market could spike up to. But the US dollar index certainly looking strong at the moment. If we take a look at gold, so gold actually just came down to this 1287 level. That was a key level we broke out from the FOMC as well. Getting a little bit of nice support here at the moment around this 1287 level. So I just break it down and we look at some tighter time frames. We are actually starting to get a little bit of a channel forming at the moment. You can see this starting to form We broke above the overnight, above the high here, 1294. We've spiked up to circa around 1295.96 today, and I'd be looking for gold just to slowly rise higher here. I'm very interested to see how gold's going to react in the US session. So we've got about another hour and 20 minutes until the US session starts. If they buy, we could see a nice rise here. I'd like to see gold put in some form of a close above the 1300 level to stay on the bullish side here. So you can see here we do have potential for a trend starting to develop. So I'll be looking for a close really above 1300 to give me more confirmation on gold. I do like gold for a buy here at the moment. It's faring quite well because we've found support at a very key level. If we'd broken 1287, would have been a bit dangerous for gold here as we go into next week. However, we've held support. We'll come back to that shortly because I think it's not quite ready yet. There were earlier entries to have on that. Now, for those of you who've been following us on the weekly Commodities Corner for a few weeks now, you'll know we've been short wheat and corn, and we continue to do so, really. It just keeps on giving us sell short signals. This big, strong downward trend consolidates, breaks lower, consolidates, breaks lower. The same situation with wheat. Wheat got a spike yesterday, came back up to the upper end of this resistance channel, and again gave us another opportunity to sell short on the daily here. Nice inverse hammer forming. I'd like to see, just for wheat to really set off hard here, a break of 521 will give us further direction here. However, there are opportunities and better entry prices as we come up and retrace to the resistance channel to get in short. So what I'm looking at here is I prefer corn right now for a short, but I like corn and wheat for a sell short at the moment. I'll just break it down into a tighter time frame. You can see corn selling off just this morning. So I'm going to take a sell short here on corn, and then I'm looking for us to break below 355 as well. Okay, so I'm going to do a sell short on corn. So very simply, we'll go across to the agricultural sector. We'll go to corn index, get best price. And again, I'll go for a $3,000 payout, and I'll go for a sell here. So 81% payout, 1,655 for a $3,000 payout. So I'm going to go for a sell on corn. Okay, that has been done. I'm also going to go for a sell on wheat as well. I think this will be a double whammy. Both of them looking quite weak at the moment. You can see this trend channel as well on the wheat market, which is still in place here. And ultimately, I want us to break 520 here to get some really decent momentum, but I'm happy to take a short here on wheat as well. Brent crude oil, we're just heading to ricochet at the moment between support and resistance. We've got the 106.70 level, which is providing us support, the 108.58 level providing resistance. I'm looking for a breakout in either direction. I'm also looking to trade within this trend channel. So if we get a nice little bounce here at the moment, you can actually take it out and have a look at some tighter time frames. Got a nice little hammer here, which is formed on this support zone here. So I wouldn't mind to just see the price get supported here, come back to the upper end of the trend channel, and then possibly find resistance and keep ricocheting. So there is a nice buy opportunity on the energies at the moment. It needs to a little bit further, a bit of a further move to the upside at the moment to give this ultimate confirmation. But it looks good at the moment with Brent holding on to support. If we look at WTI, nice V-shaped reversal pattern developing. We had that capitulation going back to over a week ago at 98.66. That was a key level of support. If I zoom out a little bit further here, you can actually see that we've got a nice upward trending channel. In fact, I could take it all the way further back here if we wanted to. You can see we've got a very strong upward trending channel overall on oil anyway. So we're just looking for a breakout above the 103.33 level. There are tighter opportunities as well here to get in on oil. But you can see the benefit really of looking at the raw charts as well, just to look at the price history and to get an idea of where the price is due next. And then you break it down into use all your indicators to take it into day trades, okay? The Gold and Silver Club indicators which we use. but we'll just keep it on the raw charts for now to get some good idea of the price action. Let's move over as well to, actually I'm going to go back to gold here. Gold's starting to ramp up a little bit. I do like this gold setup that we've got at the moment. We have traded a little bit earlier on in the day. I'm happy to actually take a trade here at gold. I will go for a gold trade. I think today it's going to, we've had confirmation on that. We found key support yesterday. Okay, we'll go a bit further on gold. Let's see how far we can go out. Can we get out to 8 hours? Yep. Get out to 9 hours. Just want this trade to be higher by the close of today. Again, we're getting a nice little bit of support. So we've got to go out 9 hours. Okay, I'm happy to take that. 80% payout, $1,670. You can see here my chart below this little trend channel which is forming now on gold since we bottomed yesterday. Okay, so I'm just going to go for that. Okay, good, that has been done. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll just show you on my other chart as well very quickly. We'll go over to gold. Okay, so just to show you my more detailed chart here, this was the key support we held yesterday, okay? 1287. Very important level that we held yesterday on gold, okay? So that's just my more detailed chart there. So this has been held, and now we may get a nice move to the upside here. This was a very key zone. We've got 3 indicators which are all needed to hold. If that broke lower, we would have seen a move like so, and we would have come down to 1277, potentially 1272. It held, though. So this is what we're looking at the moment, okay? Just a bit of insight into where the price could be going now. Okay, so let's just move this along, and we'll take a look also at silver. So silver at the moment, a bit of a similar situation to gold. I do prefer the gold buy right now to silver. I think this is lining up potentially for a nice setup next week. If we stay around sort of current prices, we're looking for a breakout to the upside as we come into next week. We have given back some of the gains from the FOMC here on gold. You can see the market has sold off. So, but gold's still not given back all the gains. Sorry, silver has not given back all the gains yet from the FOMC statement in June. And we've found support around the 2028 level. So I'd probably be keeping an eye more on gold for the time being. But silver, if it can get back above the 2056, should give us some buy opportunities. This is what I'm looking really for gold to do at the moment. You see, copper, it had a sell-off earlier on in the week, and particularly last week as well. We've had a strong move, a strong supportive move to the upside. So what you want to do, if I take away a little bit of data here for you, let's look at this. What does this remind you of, this pattern here? Okay? So try and think of this in terms of where gold is at right now. Let me see. I'll freeze this chart. Bear with me. There we go. Okay, so just keep this in your mind. This is copper right now. Now this is gold. This is where we are on gold right now. Again, I'll go back to copper. Very similar pattern. So has copper given up the move here? Is this going to be gold next week? By next Tuesday or next Friday's Commodities Corner, I'm very curious to see whether we will be reporting on this sort of a move next week. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for on gold, okay? So again, copper has already given us that sort of a move, and that's what I'll be looking for on silver as well. Has copper been the first mover here? If you take a look at palladium, palladium's on the move today. Palladium finally squat. Actually, palladium's a good buy at the moment. So I got a, let's just see who's on. Yeah, excellent. So I just want to go back to this. So a question just from Tony. And Tony, thanks for sending that through. So it was regarding getting exposure to the metals like platinum, palladium through the metals sector. So we'll take a look at that. So you can see the metals complex at the moment. We've got palladium is rallying. You can see we've got above yesterday's highs here. Little trend channel at the moment on palladium. Platinum at the moment is come down to the lower end of the support channel here. I do quite like platinum here as well, actually. And you can see gold starting to find support. So how do you get exposure to that? How can you trade it, get exposure to all of these metals? Okay, so what you want to do is you go across the start trading. You'll go to commodities. That will go over to, no, we won't go to commodities. We'll go to the sectors. and you'll want to go over to the metal sector, okay? That will give you exposure and the metals index to the precious metals. So let's just see in terms of start time and finish time, probably need to go about 4 hours, maybe less. Yeah, 4 hours. I don't think we can go out 5 hours. Let's try it. No, 4 hours. And very simply, if you're bullish on the metals right now, we're seeing gold lift, we're seeing silver, particularly platinum and palladium, copper as well, getting a good lift. So we just go for exposure, overall exposure with the metals, okay? So get best price, go to the metals index. We're looking for a payout of $3,000 here for 1,653. I'll take that. So I do see the metals just breaking out at the moment, particularly platinum and palladium as well. It was copper and gold. So we just purchased that contract. Okay, good, that's been done. So let me show you what I've done there. I've got myself exposure to the metals. So this is gold on a blank chart, a seasonality chart. So we've got exposure to gold here and also to copper, platinum, palladium, silver. You'll have exposure to the precious metals. So we just take a look at platinum. Platinum's come down to major support today. Palladium getting a nice little move here. Actually, palladium looks like a really good buy. Look how strong this trend channel is, palladium. Palladium last week broke out to 13-year highs, okay? So we had a lovely move to the upside. Those of you who caught our cocoa webinar training last week, and I Tony, you were on that as well, had some good feedback on that. I'm glad a lot of you enjoyed that webinar on cocoa. If you missed it, watch it in the Binary.com, the YouTube videos. You can rewatch it on cocoa. We were lucky because on that webinar, cocoa broke out to 3-year highs just that day, and we had some nice trade opportunities on that. Whilst we're on that topic, what I will do actually as well, let's have a look here. I will send you the link for a webinar that we're doing on the 20th of August, which is going to be on sugar. Okay, so let me just post this for you, so make sure you do join us for that as well. Okay, yeah, the link's just in there. So if you go to it's the trade.binary.com/webinar _EN _gold silver club, you can sign up to our webinar we'll be doing about how to trade sugar, okay? But that will be a good one. But cocoa certainly a lucrative market to trade at the moment, given the recent breakouts here. Okay, so if we move it over and we just take a look at, let's have a look. We'll go back to the energies here at the moment as well. If we take a look also at where light sweet crude oil is, we can see we've got a nice little doji forming at the moment around the key support of the 101.76 level. So if we can get a break above the 102.21 level, we could get a nice little bounce here for the energies as well. Again, I'll be watching these today for a potential for a rally here. Look at Brent and look at WTI this afternoon. We could get some decent support here. I'll just break it down into a tighter time frame. We're just tending to consolidate at the moment. Usually oil is daily volatility. You can see the ebbs and flow on oil. We should get really a breakout in either direction here. So you definitely want to be getting ready for a potential breakout to the upside here. We'd be looking for a break really above the 107. Let's have a look. Looking for a move back above the 107.23 level here for oil at the moment as well. Okay, so just to wrap up, guys, in terms of the setups that we're looking at before we go on to the key news announcements, we are looking for a sell short on corn. So we have currently a sell short on corn. We are looking for a sell short where we've got a sell short on wheat, natural gas breaking down as well. So those are the top three. Also, we're looking US dollar index breaking out today, which is looking like it could come up to the 81.30 level if we continue to get a breakout. However, we're getting a safe haven buy here on gold. So gold looks good for a buy. We're looking at WTI and Brent for the US session. So the New York Open will be in about an hour and 5 minutes, and then we'll be looking for more volatility this afternoon on the oils. Silver at the moment getting a nice little bounce. Again, you can get exposure to that just through the metals index. Copper pretty supportive here. Looking for this to play out on gold at the moment as we go into next week. Platinum looking supportive around this trend channel. Palladium looking good at the lower end of this trend channel as well. And yeah, those are really the top picks for today, guys. There's plenty to look at. Fridays, there's always a lot of action on the markets on Friday, so there's plenty of trade opportunities there for you. Okay, so with that, we shall just take a look at the major news announcements that we need to keep a lookout for over the next week. So first of all, we have in the week ahead, we have on Monday the 28th of July at 3 p.m. BST, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US pending home sales. So the National Association of Realtors pending home sales report measures the change in the number of homes under contract to be sold but still awaiting the closing transaction, excluding new construction. So a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. Then Tuesday, the 29th of July at 3 p.m. BST, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US consumer confidence. So consumer confidence measures the level of consumer confidence in economic activity. It is a leading indicator. It can predict consumer spending, which plays a major role in overall economic activity. High readings point to high consumer optimism. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. Next Wednesday, the 30th of July at 1:30 p.m. BST, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US GDP. So the gross domestic product measures the annualized change in the inflation-adjusted value of all goods and services produced by the economy. It is the broadest measure of economic activity and the primary indicator of the economy's health. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, and a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. And then next Wednesday, 30th of July at 3:30 p.m. BST, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, you've got the US crude oil inventories. That data reports the number of barrels of crude oil commercial firms have in their inventory. That will be a very powerful move for the oils, always is. Commercial firms report those inventory levels to the Energy Information Administration on a weekly basis. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bearish for crude oil prices, and a lower than expected reading should be taken as bullish. Then Thursday, the 31st of July at 1:30 p.m. BST, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US initial jobless claim. So that data measures the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. It is the earliest US economic data. Week-to-week numbers can be volatile. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, and a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. And then Thursday, the 31st of July, 3:30 p.m. BST, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we've got the US natural gas storage report. So the Energy Information Administration, the EIA, natural gas storage report, they measure the change in the number of cubic feet of natural gas held in underground storage during the past week. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bearish for natural gas, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bullish. And what you'll often see on that is a very tradable announcement for you trading natural gas on binary.com as well. Okay, so that is it for the major news. And of course, for those of you who would like to find out more, to join our live trading room, you can very simply request information on the Gold and Silver Club live trading room program or daily trade calls. Just very simply go to www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com or contact us at our London, our New York, our Johannesburg, our Budapest or Hong Kong offices. I shall leave the numbers on the screen for you shortly. And of course, you can make sure you subscribe to our newsletter at www.thegoldensilverclub.com. You'll receive our free weekly report on the precious metals, energies and agriculture, live market analysis and prices. Okay, so I'll leave you with those contact details on the screen, guys. That is it for today's webinar. We'll definitely see you back here. We'll see you back here next Tuesday. Make sure you sign up to the Sugar webinar we've got on the 20th of August. And yeah, that's it from me today. Thanks to Sharice and Binary.com and the team for putting on today's webinar. Okay, take care, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.